friends, how are you? I hope you are well. Today in this video, I am going to explain the limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. Although Mendeleev periodic table has good number of merits, still it suffers lot of drawbacks. So today in this video, we will discuss about the drawbacks of Mendeleev's periodic table. The first point is that position of hydrogen. You see that until now, even in modern periodic table, the position of hydrogen is also not decided. In Mendeleev's periodic table, position of hydrogen is not decided. The fact is that hydrogen valence is 1. The elements those are present in first group means the alkali metals. Earlier I explained what is alkali metals. The valence of hydrogen is 1, which is equal to valence of other elements present, or the valence of alkali metals, you can say sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Those are present in the first group, all having valence 1. So the valence of hydrogen is similar with the valence of alkali metals. At the same time, it has some other similarities with the alkali metals. For example, its compounds with oxygen, compounds with sulfur, compounds with chlorine is similar with the alkali metals. For example, you see, I said that its compounds with chlorine, with oxygen, with sulfur, similar like alkali metals. Just you see, compounds of sodium. Here I am writing compounds of hydrogen. So in case of sodium, I can write NaCl. Here compounds of hydrogen, that is I can write NaH. Sorry, this is HCl. So Na made bond with Cl, NaCl. Similarly, hydrogen also we are getting HCl. If you see that oxygen, Na2O, here also we get H2O. If you see that Na2S, here also we get H2S. That means combination with the chlorine, or you can say combination with the halogens, combination with the oxygen, combination with the sulfur are similar with the alkali metals. I can say that some of the properties of hydrogen are similar with the alkali metals. At the same time, if you see the halogens, so in this case you observe the 7th group elements. 7th group elements, the fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, all halogens are there. You know halogens, they are the salt producer. When they react with metals, they produce the salt. We say they are the halogen groups. So the properties of halogens are some extent similar with hydrogen, or I can say that some of the properties of hydrogen are similar with the halogens. How? Hydrogen atomic number 1. It is shortage of one electron to achieve the electronic configuration of an inert gas, helium. At the same time, those elements are present in the 7th group. They are also shortage of one electron. Shortage of one electron to achieve the electronic configuration of a inert gas. At the same time, they also show some similar properties with other elements. See that. For example, ionic compounds with metals. Ionic compounds with metals. I shall take, suppose, NaCl. This made ionic compounds with metals. Chlorine made NaCl. With hydrogen, it will make HCl. Suppose with calcium, it will make calcium chloride. Here it will make calcium hydride. So we found that it is showing some similar properties with the halogens. If I consider covalent compounds, with non-metals. So here CCl4, non-metal carbon I have taken. So halogen making CCl4, whereas hydrogen making CH4. Similarly, I can say that suppose this is NCl3, I can say this is NH3. That means some of the properties of hydrogen similar with the properties of 7th group elements halogens. So it was difficult to propose the proper place for hydrogen. So the position of hydrogen was not decided by Mendeleev's periodic table. Though it is mentioned here, but its all properties are not matching with the alkali metals, because here all are metals but hydrogen is non-metal. So the position of hydrogen in the Mendeleev's periodic table is not decided. Second drawback. So second drawback, that is position of isotopes. Position of isotopes. You know that atoms of the same element or same atomic mass, atoms of same element or same atomic number with different mass are called isotopes. For example, in case of a hydrogen, these are the protium with mass 1, deuterium with mass 2, tritium with mass 3. Three types of many elements are there. Those have more than one number of isotopes, or you can say that they have isotopes, either 2 or more than 2 isotopes also there. So the position of the isotopes was not decided by Mendeleev, because there is no space for isotopes. Every box you see particular number of elements are there. There is no space for isotopes. Only hydrogen I have written. I have not written the place for H2 or H3, those having the mass 2, 1, 3. So this was also considered as a drawback of Mendeleev's periodic table. Next one. Position of noble gases. Position of noble gases. When Mendeleev prepared the periodic table, during that time, noble gases or inert gases were not discovered. So he did not allot any place for noble gases in his periodic table. Next one is the different groups. Different groups for similar properties of elements. Listen carefully. Different groups for similar properties of elements. For example, you see that copper and mercury. Copper is present in the first B, whereas the mercury is present in the second B. So here is the copper, here is the mercury. Though they have similar properties, but they have placed in different groups. One is the first group, one is the second group. This belongs to first group, this belongs to second group. So I have mentioned different groups for similar properties of elements. This is also one of the drawback. Next one. Different properties elements. Different properties elements in the same group. Just reverse of the previous point. What different properties elements in the same group? You see that, for example, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, these are having the same properties. Whereas copper, silver, iron, these three also similar properties. But the properties of covalent metals are different from lithium, sodium, rubidium, cesium. These two sides elements, their properties are different. Instead of a difference in properties, he placed together in one group. So this is one of the mistakes, or you can say this is one of the drawbacks. Okay, to avoid that drawbacks, he tried to arrange them in different subgroups. But so far as group is concerned, so definite it is one of the drawbacks. Next one. So I said these covalent metals. Covalent metals means the copper, silver, gold. These elements in the earlier days we were using for coils. For that purposes they are called covalent metals. Next one is the position of three elements. I said position of three elements earlier also. Position of three elements in one place. one slot in group 8. So position of three elements, ferric, cobalt, nickel in one slot, ruthenium, rhodium, lead, that is also another slot. So these things were not explained by Mendeleev in his periodic table. So this is also considered as a drawback or limitation of Mendeleev's periodic table. Next one is the uncertainty. Children, don't forget to subscribe the video and comment on it, which can inspire us. So see the next point, uncertainty. In the prediction of new elements. What is the uncertainty in the prediction of new elements? The thing is that when Mendeleev arranged the elements according to the increasing order of their masses, but in some places are there where he arranged the elements with higher mass before the elements of a lower mass. So it confused the scientist. So it is not certain to predict the new elements on the basis of their properties as well as their position in the periodic table, because though he arranged the elements according to the increasing order of the atomic masses, but some exceptions are there where he did not follow his own rule. So it created uncertainty in the prediction of new elements. So children, I hope that Mendeleev's periodic table, previous videos I explained the periodic table, I explained about the merits. Today in this video I explained the limitations or drawbacks. I hope you understood well. Thanks.